September's right around the corner, and I've been working on a new layout. Hope you'll stick around to see what it's all about. Well, hi everyone. I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. At least that's the plan anyway. I'm so glad you could join me today, and thanks for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here for a while, welcome back. I'm always happy to see you. Today I want to talk to you about a new weekly layout that I have been working on. Now, for the months of January all the way through August, I have been modifying and tweaking and playing around and doing some flip-flopping with my weekly dashboard. Since the school year is starting and I'm feeling kind of in teacher mode, even though I'm not teaching anymore, I was kind of looking for a fresh start for the month of September. So today I've been working hard on coming up with a new layout that I'm very excited to show you. So I have my trusty sidekick Hermione here sleeping while I'm working today, and hopefully she'll stay asleep until I finish this video. Anyway, I wanted to show you a little bit about my new layout. So I'm going to walk you through how I designed it, how I organized it, and get some feedback from you on what you think. So let's jump into the computer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we are in my 2021 Crystal Clear Life Planner. This is using OneNote 365. I like to use the desktop version to create because it's much easier with the mouse and it has many more features on the desktop version than it does on the iPad version. I then use my iPad during the week to carry around the house while I'm doing things and check things off and make notes and all of that kind of stuff using my keyboard for my iPad or my Apple Pencil, whichever I happen to need. And then when I'm on the go, I have my phone that I can also bring up OneNote and see all of my pages there as well. So it works great because it crosses all platforms. I always have access to my planner without carrying around a big book or notebook, anything like that. What you see here on the screen is the what I consider the perfected dashboard. And so I have up here at the top, I have meal planning and a little section for notes. And then you see for each day, I have tasks that I would like to accomplish on that day in the perfect world. And then I have a place for appointments that I have, as well as any notes that are coming up or things that I want to record for what I have done. So you can see here that we are in the end of August. We're just starting this week when I'm filming this. And so this week is pretty empty because I haven't filled it in yet because it's the beginning of the week. Anyway, I just wanted to show you a nice clean layout so that you could see our starting point. So I have daily task. I have a place for appointments and other notes. And then on this side of the page, on the right-hand side of the page, I have my top 3. I have extra to-dos that I'd like to get done during that week. They're not time specific, but I would like to get them done. Projects that I'm working on, and these are links to the various projects that I'm working on. I don't need to write down every task for the projects. I just know to click on that link and go to that project, and there I have a checklist of everything that needs done, and I can work from there. I also have a place here for expenses, my morning and evening routines, and a place to record gratitude. The very last column is all about communication. So I have my calls, my cards or things that I need to mail, emails, and texts. Then I have a place for things that I'm waiting on, that I've delegated to other people, that I'm waiting for them to be returned. And then I have, again, communication, a section for prayers, and celebrating the wins down here at the bottom. So you can see it's very orderly, it's very organized, it's very well laid out. So if I sit down to make all of my phone calls at one time, I have a list of all the calls that I need to make. If I'm getting ready to sit down and work on emails or something, I know, right, looking at my list, exactly what I need to take care of, who I need to send an email to, etc., etc. So I really, really love the way I have perfected this dashboard layout, and I plan on keeping it because there will come a time that I will come back to it. I know myself, and that's just what's going to happen. But I wanted to try something new, and I'm always having these creative thoughts and developing new things. So let's jump over to September's tab, and you'll see here in September I only have a couple of pages added over here in this section of my notebook because I have not created all of my 5 important pages for the month. I'm simply focused on the weekly page in this video. So how did I come up with this? Well, I started with my blank black and white template that you see here in the background with my spirals down the middle and my white paper. And I started thinking, what do I need to have on my planner page? So I went back to August and I made a list of all of the things that I have written down here, and I want to be sure to include all of those things on my new design September page. So back to September, I started at the bottom. The reason that I'm doing this is because I feel like my days are getting away from me. When we have those long, lazy days of summer where it is daylight from 5 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock in the evening, it's really easy just to kind of relax and let things go, and I'll get to that in a little while. I can do that after dinner. But as the days get shorter and our daylight time wanes, I really like to tighten up my schedule a little bit, and I'm somebody that kind of shuts down after it gets dark. So I wanted to really make sure that I have a plan in place that will help keep me on track during those shorter months that are coming. So let's take a look with what I did here. I actually started at the bottom of the page. I started in this section down here. So I put in a vertical layout for my days, and I did it with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the left-hand side, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hoping for some long weekends, on the right-hand side, with a section column for notes and other things, which I'll get to in a minute. But back here at the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday side, I decided to set up times for the most daylight that we have. So as wintertime comes on, it may still be dark in the 8 o'clock hour. So I put from 9 to 5, which for some people is their normal working hours. But I just wanted to use that as an example, and I'll show you why in just a minute when I get to my block planning at the bottom. From there, I went up and I said, well, I do have that list of daily tasks that I like to accomplish on each day. That kind of helps keep my house clean, helps keep my budget updated, helps keep my kitchen clean, helps keep my chores done, all of that, all of my gardens clean, all of that kind of stuff. So by doing a little bit every day, that 5 minutes counts, that 15 minutes counts. By doing a little bit every day, I can kind of keep on top of things. So I wanted to make sure that I had a place to put those daily tasks that I like to get done. There's usually 6, sometimes 7 tasks a day that I like to do. So I put a space for those. We'll see how that works out. Up here you see I have the Monday again and the number 12 just to represent, I was representing the date. So each day has a date next to it. There's also space there that I can put the weather, because I often like to track the weather and see what's coming up so that I know what would be a good day to run errands or what would be a good day to, cut the grass, that kind of thing. Above that, I put something that's very important, my morning routine and my evening routine. Now, I've been doing this same morning and evening routine for years now, so it really is just a habit. I don't have to look at it and say, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? But if I wanted to add a new habit into my life, I would attach it to my morning or my evening routine, because it's much easier to develop a habit when you attach it or connect it to something that you're already doing on a regular basis. So I like to leave my morning routine and my evening routine on my planner page. Jumping up from there, I have a place to record prayers. And next to that, I have a place for weekly goals or top 3 or focus items, whatever you'd like to call it. They're the most important items for me, and I have stars next to them to show that they're important. Moving over, I also have our dinner plans, our menu for the week. I really only record dinner plans because we're boring people. We eat the same thing for breakfast every day, and we pretty much eat the same thing for lunch every day. So that's not an issue. What changes up is our dinner plan. So I want to have a space for that. So I just did a column there. I could have made a section down here under each day for dinner, but I kind of like seeing it all together so I know this is where to go to look for my dinner plans. For some of you, it may work better to put it at the bottom of each day. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. How do you like to record your dinner plans? Do you put them, in a separate spot on your page, or do you add them to your daily? Be interesting to find out. Okay, crossing over to the right-hand side of the page, and again, I'll zoom in here so you can see better. I have a reflection section at the top of this page, and it is for gratitude and celebrating the wins. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it at the top. I kind of liked it at the bottom of my dashboard because it was a way to close out the day. But we'll see. I am a creature of habit. We'll see. I also have here an expense tracker where it's just a place for me to write down any expenses that I spend during the week. I keep an entire Excel spreadsheet with all of my expenses listed, but this just kind of gives me an idea of how much I'm spending each week. And because these are tables, if I needed to go down here and add more expenses, I simply can come to the bottom of this table, hit my tab key, and you see it adds another column for me. I can tab across and just keep going if I need to. But generally, I only have a couple of expenses a week. Especially during this pandemic stuff, we're still not going out very much. We're still not doing very much at all, as you'll see when I do my monthly calendar. And my husband is still working from home, so we're not spending a lot on gas and we're not going very many places. So our expenses are limited, but I still like to have a place to record those. I think it's important and it helps keep me on track. I also put a small monthly calendar up here. That's something that I didn't have on my old dashboard, so I think I'm going to like that because I keep finding myself looking around for a calendar to see different dates. So I think I'm going to like that. Moving on to the middle of our page, we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday with our tasks that need to be done on that day. And then we also have down here at the bottom our time 9 to 5 with our room for appointments and that kind of thing. The very last column, let's take a look at that. This very last column over here is for, that top section is for communications, so I can put all of my calls, texts, and emails there, and I'm going to be using tags to do that. If you're not familiar with tags in OneNote, they have all of these different tags that you can put on things that you would like to write down. Let me show you an example. So let's go in here and click, and let's say I need to call my sister and I need to call her about her anniversary, which is coming up. So what I can do is type that in there, and then I can go up here to the tags and I can bring down all of the tags that I have. Here's the one for call. So I can simply click on that and it puts that cute little old-fashioned receiver there, and then I know, if I could spell correctly, then I know that I need to make a phone call to my sister. When you look at the tags, you see there's a card or an email. I have errands. I have all kinds of tags set up. So that's how I use to distinguish between whether I need to call somebody or mail them a card or send them a text, that kind of thing. I'm planning on doing a whole video on tags and how I use them in OneNote. Moving on from communications, down here I have a section for projects. And again, I would simply put the links to my project pages that I'm currently working on for that week so that I can quickly get to those pages. Below that, I have waiting on, so that's a place for me to put any delegated tasks. And then I also included down here a section for next week, which again is something I didn't have on my dashboard, but any items that I want to make sure I'm carrying over to the following week, I have a place to record them here. And then I have this big yellow box to the side, which is kind of like a half sheet if you're used to paper planning. It's just an extra notes page on the side that if someone calls me, I have a place to jot down notes. Or if I have this fabulous idea, I have a place to write it down if I'm not going to my inbox. All right, now, one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about before we go to the pretty page is I wanted to talk to you about these colors that I put down here for 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way down to 5. Again, thinking of school, being a school teacher all these years, I'm kind of used to first period, second period, third period, you know, that kind of thing. So what I did is I did this a long time ago. I set up a block plan for myself. I tend to be one of those people that's kind of scattered. My daughter always laughs. She would say, Mom, you would say you're going to bed and then you go do this and this and this and this and make your way up and do the laundry and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And it may be a half an hour or 45 minutes before you actually get to the bedroom. Yeah, that's the way I work. So to try to rein myself in a little bit, I have come up with a block plan that I like to use. And let me tell you how I created this. I sat down and I basically did a brain dump of everything that I might do during the week. And then I started categorizing them. Well, what things do I do in the morning? What things do I do outside? What things do I do away from the house? What things do I do at the church? What creative things do I like to do? What does my evening look like with my husband now that my daughter's not at home? You know, what's my dinner prep and cleanup and all that kind of stuff. So I really organized that. And I mean, I put down everything that I could think of on this list. Uh-oh, somebody's awake. I think she just moved to the floor. She must have gotten hot. Anyway, I put down on this list everything that I could think of that I do during the week. Now remember, I'm retired, so I don't have a lot of appointments. I don't have a lot of commitments. And because of COVID, we're not doing a whole lot. Everything that I do for church, I do from home because I do all the online stuff and all the Facebook stuff and all of that. So I don't have to go anywhere to do any of that. The exercise classes that I do at home. So there's really not a whole lot that happens outside of the house. Once I had all of these things organized, I started color coding. I did my morning routine for this pretty blue, and I made a list of everything that I might do in the morning. My outside or errands is green because I live in the forest and it's green outside. So I just associate green with errands and outside. Anyway, this is what I might do during that time. Work is pink for me, and that might include church work, home tending tasks, budget and finance tasks, email, contacts, ordering anything that I need to order, groceries, Amazon, etc., meal planning, any of that kind of thing. And then I have some creative time because my grandmother always taught me, you get your work done in the morning, girl, and then you can have the afternoon to have fun. So my creative time, thanks to my grandmother, comes in the afternoon, so from like 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock. I don't know about you, but that's also a time that I tend to get sleepy, and knowing that I have that creative time coming up helps keep me from taking a nap. Anyway, my creative time is from 3 to about 5:30 in the afternoon. And that might include my sewing, crafting, OneNote planning, learning something new, reading, all of those kinds of recreational things. And then I have dinner block from 5:30 to 7:30, and then my evenings with my husband. So you can see some of the things that we do there. At 10 o'clock, we try to unplug. With this block schedule in place, I color-coded my times up here in my mock-up just to let me know that these are the things that I would be working on. And dinner comes after the times that I have up here, but that's pretty much routine for me. And my evening plans, like I said, we're not going anywhere, we're not doing anything, we don't have child activities to worry about anymore, so we don't need to record all that. Okay, so I thought this looked pretty good, and I wanted to give it a try for the first week of September. It looks a little plain though, and even though it's highly functional, I like to start with the highly functional first, and then I like to make it pretty. So, in honor of September coming up, I don't really consider September a really heavily fall month, because it's still very hot here and there's still lots of growing and lots of greenery and all of those kinds of things. So this year I decided to do a houseplant theme, and I found these beautiful stickers from Pretty Planner Place, and I'll put their link in the description below. And that's where all of these beautiful stickers, washi tapes, all of that came from. And I do have my little sleeping sassy cat up here from DCP Digitals, because almost every spread that I have ever made has a cat on it somewhere. And so you'll be seeing little sassy cat a lot, because she looks just like our little Pushin that we have, and she's just adorable. So I went ahead and populated this with some of the things that I know that I have, changed the colors, did some shading, all of that kind of stuff. So some of these are actually stickers, and then some of these I did shading and filled in the text myself. Now I know that not all of the fonts are exactly the same, and that's okay with me. I do like the white writing on the dark blue, and I do like the black writing on the green, so I think that works out really well. So you see here, I didn't change any of the basic stuff. There's still prayers and top 3 up here at the top. I still have my dinner plans. I had a space for decor here, so I put in the month of September and all of these pretty stickers. I layered the heart behind the plants and the plants behind the title to create this really pretty September kind of header. Is that what you'd call it? This September kind of header. I think it's really pretty. And then I changed the colors of my morning and my evening routines. Just changed the font color. Simple enough. I made these appropriate to what I do every day. And you see, like here on Thursday, I even have some that overflow down into the beginning of my day. And that got me to thinking, well, do I really need to put morning routine on my list every morning across the top? Or would it be a better idea to go up here and add a habit tracker? Well, it just so happened that this set of stickers had some habit trackers that were the right colors and looked great. So I thought, well, I'm going to give this a try. So I took 4 of these stickers, these habit tracker stickers, and put them here. And I have one that says morning routine that you see right here. I also have one that says financial check-in that you see right here. Morning routine and financial check-in are things that I have listed on every single day, because those are things that I want to stay on top of. So what I could do is I could come in here and I could take morning routine off of the top and simply mark it on my habit tracker. I don't know if that's going to work for me or not. I don't know. What do you think? Which would you prefer? Would you like to have a little checkbox to check off, or would you like to have a habit tracker so that you could see that you did it every single day of the week? I don't know. For this first week, I'm going to leave it both. And I'll see how I like it. And then for the second week, I'll make modifications as needed. I also came in here with some of these flags that I could put on for actual events that were happening. So you see here on Sunday, I have a worship service that starts at 10. I was using a colorful box flag for that. Again, from the Pretty Planner Place sticker set. And it just all coordinates so nicely. I have washi tape here for my days across the bottom. I just think it looks really pretty. I love the collection of flowers and plants. It's kind of cool. When I put these habit trackers up at the top, I also had a space here where I could put one of these charts. It might be a to-do list. It might be a place to take notes. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to use it for yet, but I thought it filled in the space nicely and I liked the way it looked. And when I use my Apple Pencil with the white pen, it looks really cool. So I really like that. Moving over off the page in my notes section, my little half sheet here on the side, you see that I put a lined piece of note paper, and I also put I guess it would be considered like a post-it note kind of thing, with maybe a piece of vellum or something over the top that I could still write on with my Apple Pencil if I wanted to. I also could click on the side and start typing a note like that and pull it over and put it on top of my sticker. And then if I wanted to add to that in the future, all I have to do is continue typing like so. And then I have a note. So whether you're using your Apple Pencil or whether you're typing, either one works perfectly. And that's just one of the things that I love, love, love about digital planning. It's just so flexible. I can make it look any way I want. If you were to go back and look at my weeklies for every week from January through September, you'd be amazed at how different they look and how much it's changed and just how flexible you can be with all this stuff. I just think it's great. Now, you'll notice when I get down here to the times, the 9 to 5 schedule at the bottom, you'll notice that I did not put my colors there. I'm kind of undecided about that because while the blue and the green would look pretty good, I don't know about the pink and the purple that I had over here on this page. I'm just not sure how that would look aesthetically. So this is what I did instead. I simply put my block schedule down below. Let me zoom in on that so you can see that. So I put my block schedule down below so that I have an idea of what things I should be taking care of during those particular times. And I think that's going to work out just fine. Well, there you have it. There's my new weekly vertical layout, modified of course because I never follow the rules. For the month of September. I'm going to try it. I'll probably tweak it every week. And at the end of the month, I'll let you know how it worked out. Let me know what you think. I'm always interested in different people's opinions about things. Do you like the color scheme? Do you love the sticker set as much as I do? Would this vertical layout work for you? Do you like having the tasks at the top? Maybe I should move the appointments to the top and then put the task. But I feel like I don't have that many appointments. So anyway, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Either way, all I know is this digital planning is very fun and I have a great time. And I'm so happy that I can share this information with you. Maybe I've inspired you today. Maybe you're somebody who's new to digital planning, who just wants some ideas and some inspiration. And all of that is great. I'm so happy when I can help people. I wake up every morning thinking, how can I be a blessing to somebody today? And so if I've been a blessing to you today, that makes me feel good. If you've liked this video, or if you've learned anything or gotten inspiration from this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. A like really is the best compliment that you can leave me, and it lets other people find our channel. Also, if you'd like to learn more about what we do here at A Crystal Clear Life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Everything is absolutely free. I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to get you to sign up for anything. It's just me sharing what I know. It's always fun hanging out with you, and I enjoy it. And if there are things that I can answer for you, please go ahead and leave a question in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Until then, happy September. Okay, bye.